Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Before we get started, please consider subscribing to my channel and possibly becoming a Patreon. There is a link at the end of this video that you can click on where you'll be able to sign up to become a Patreon, which would help me with my channel immensely. Now this video has been prompted by Peter. Now Peter is fairly new to the hobby and asked me about how I organise my files on my computer with regard to all the different firmwares and that. So I thought I'd do a quick video for Peter and hopefully will help other people. Not everyone is 100% okay with computers. So let's switch over to the computer and I'll show you what I do. This is just my method of storing my files. Okay, let's open up. You can see over here I've got charger firmware and then goggles. And then you can see the RC radio. So what I'm going to do is specifically go to the radios, which is what I was asked about. So I'm going to click there. Now you can see in here I've got a directory for each of my radios. Obviously I'm a reviewer, so I get radio sent to me to review. So I keep everything nicely organized in case I need to grab it for a subscriber, you know, if you need a copy of the firmware or whatever. But the other folders that I have are custom sounds. That's where you'll see all the different custom sounds that I build up. And then we've got OpenTX. Yes, I've started playing around with OpenTX, but there's more to come that later. I'm going to be waiting before I do OpenTX until it's actually supplied on radios. I've looked at it. There's some things I like about it and there's some things I don't like about it yet. It's not finessed yet. But anyway, that's to come up in the future. Then you can see I've got my folder for my Jumbo T16, and then you can see there's an Edge folder. This is where I'm testing at the moment. Then all my model pictures, I keep those organized in a separate folder so that I can then pull those across to a model that can show pictures of your models. I've got my OpenTX companion releases. You can see all the releases. Now I keep those just in case someone asks me, so that I can upload it to my Google Drive so that I've got a copy of it. Then you've got my other radios. And you can see there's a receiver one, and this is where I put anything related to receivers. Again, I like to organize all this stuff so that I can, if anybody needs a copy of the firmware, I can help them out. We've got my sim one, that's where I keep the simulators, and then you can see I've also got another radio, the X-Lite, and then the Crossfire, where I store all that information. And still my old Turner G9X, I've still got a folder for that. And the last one here is the utilities one. And in here, I keep anything related to the radio. So the Impulse RC driver, which you would use if you're having problems connecting your USB device because the driver's not there. And then PZIP. PZIP is a way of unzipping RAR files. Right, let's go back. We're going to go into the TX16S. Now, is the nitty gritty of this. So I've got the amber sounds. Now, I like to have the amber sounds on my radio. So that means you've got to copy the sounds over. Once you get a new release of the SD card contents, you have to copy these back on again. So I've got videos and I'll put them in the description below which shows you how to do that. This is not a tutorial video about that, it's about my folders. So you've got amber sounds, and you can see there's the amber RAR. That's the file that you need to extract the sounds. If we go back, I've got my firmware releases for the internal module, for the multi-protocol module. You can see I keep all of them. If we go in here, you'll see there's tons of them. I keep all of those just in case a subscriber needs an old copy, just in case they haven't kept it. And you can see there's this is a folder for the previous firmware that I've used on my NPMs. And then you can see these are the three current folders. So I unzip this file, unzip it, and then call it 1330, which is the latest version. That is that. Now we need to go back again, and we're going to go, of course, OpenTX releases. You can see all the releases here, and again I keep all these so that I've got them in case anybody needs them. Go back again, and we've got my Lua scripts. Now Lua scripts can have the Lua script for your for TBS, for your Crossfire. So I keep those in there. I've got my backups, which we'll see there are tons of them. These are all my backups for my radios, which I keep. So I go back every so often. I go and delete these because I obviously don't need them, but because I do a lot of work on YouTube with the radios, I like to back up what I've done so that I can go and if subscriber tells me what I've done didn't work, I need to go and check it, I can. And so that's the backups, and then we've got the important, the big one is the SD card. Now this is how, again, I have a video on how I do this, but just a brief overview of this is you can see there's SD card current in radio. If I click that, that is a copy of what's in my radio, I beg your pardon, on my radio, in my radio SD card. It's an absolute copy of it. And if we go back to here, you can see the card releases. So if we go in there, you'll see the different releases that I keep. Again, just in case someone else wants a copy of it. And you can see this is the latest one for this radio. So this bit's important to me with regard to what's in the radio, because that's where I make the exact copy of what's going on my radio. So if a new version of the SD card comes out, I copy that into here, I overwrite it. Then, so all my models, all my model pictures and all my custom sounds will still be there because they won't be overwritten. Once I put the new SD card contents into there, I then have to go and pick up the amber and then copy that into there. And it means that now that is ready to then reformat my SD card and pop all those contents back onto it. So it's just a quick, easy way, well, in my opinion, to be able to do this. So let's go back to the SD card and back to there, and you can just see if there's any PDFs, I keep those within the radios folder so that I've got them in the future if I need them. Now I hope that's helped Peter out and helped other subscribers out. That's how I do it. I like to be organised with my background is that I'm an accountant. I was an accountant, so I tend to like things being tidied up properly so that I can get to them. But also it helps me if someone, one of my subscribers needs a copy of something, I can quickly go and find it, not have to roll through a load of things to find it. Well, I hope you found that video useful, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. Bye for now.